Thanks to support as a channel member, Michael McCloskey. These evening matches are going to be a major problem. Getting here from work on time. Goodness me. Hello and welcome to part 3 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have 2 games for you in the National League North. We're at home to Chorley and also at home to last year's starting team, Peterborough Sports, who've also had a very good start to the season, just like we have. Since you were last with me, we've played 5 matches. We've won 3 of them, including, when we win big. As you can see, a 4-2, a 4-2, a 5-2. We very much can score goals. We also very much can concede goals. It's obviously the issue that we identified right back at the start. The attack at this club is excellent. The defence, it's rare for us to concede less than 2 goals in a match. We seem to be doing okay with it so far. We're 4th in the league, 5 points behind top of the table Buxton. Of course, at this level, only first place is guaranteed automatic promotion, and then you've got a stupid 6-club playoff. So it is a difficult league to get out of, but Shakuna is an absolute superstar. He's scored 6 goals in 7 appearances, also got 3 assists as well, and he's averaging a 7.8, and it tells you everything you need to know about how good we are going forward, that he's posted those stats and only been man of the match once. We are very, very good going forward. We still haven't fixed the defence though. We've signed a couple more players to try and fix how we stop goals going in. First one is Gene Kennedy, who's a defensive midfielder who we've got on loan from Colchester. He is star rating wise considerably better than any other defensive midfielder we've got at the club. 4 stars of current ability, 6'2", big strong boy. Not exactly setting the world alight so far with a 6.56 after 5 games, but he definitely has the quality to get good. I say definitely. He hopefully has the quality to get good. And then we've also got this guy, Duncan Idehen, who we've not actually seen play yet. He's literally just signed. We are really, really struggling to sign a left back. I think this might be my left back. He's he's officially a natural centre back who's only competent at left back, but he's only 5'10". He's reasonably quick. He can't cross, which is not ideal, but I think we could make a non-league left back out of him. He's on loan for the season from Bristol City. He's literally just arrived, so we're going to ease him in gently, playing him at centre back. But I wouldn't be at all surprised if I eventually go for this guy as my left back. We're certainly going to be training him to play left back. Hopefully Bristol City won't get too upset about that. But I think we've probably exhausted the loans we can bring in now. We've actually gone over our wage budget to bring that last loan in. It's been very, very difficult to find any loans that we can bring in for free. And when I say difficult, I mean impossible. We've had to pay loan fees for everybody. We're paying wage contributions for everybody. I know some of you at this point will mention, Kev, why not get an affiliate club? We actually had a parent club, an affiliate club. We had Derby County as an affiliate club, but those of you who have been watching Non-League to Legend long term will know we don't use affiliate clubs in the English league structure because they're not allowed in the English league structure. I don't know why they're in FM. They've been in FM for years. They're not allowed in reality. So I immediately cancelled it, and we can't have one because they're the rules. I forgot to mention that in the rules episode, but no parent affiliate clubs in leagues you're not allowed them. Definitely a rule, definitely something we follow. And yeah, we've binned off Derby. I don't know if does it mention getting rid of an affiliate club? It probably doesn't. It's probably not recorded anywhere, but we did have one and now we don't have one, as you can see, because we got rid of the one that we had. Before we get into the match, I do just want to say as well, a massive thank you to the incredible support we've had on the series so far. As I record this, across the first couple of episodes, we're closing in on like 100,000 views. Both of them have been in YouTube trending for gaming in the UK. We've reached the top 15 on gaming with episode 2. We've had over 10,000 likes across the 2 of them as well. It's been an incredible launch of the series. I've never seen anything quite like this. I massively appreciate it. Please keep it coming. Literally liking the videos, commenting, it is the most helpful thing you could ever do. So if you are enjoying the series and you want to see it do as well as possible, like the video, tell me what you're enjoying about it, tell me who you're managing, tell me what the weather's like where you are. It doesn't matter, but a like and a comment goes a long, long way, and we've shown it with the launch of this series. It's been incredible. Thank you. Right, let's go play Chorley on a Tuesday night, which of course is a challenge when I'm working full time at the snow centre. It's not so bad when we're at home because I can just kind of run across the car park. Didn't have time to nip back to the Holiday Inn, which is why I had to. I've still got my gloves with me. They're still here. I'll take them back to the Holiday Inn with me afterwards. But we're all right for home midweek games. Going away to Boston, I only made it there at half-time. If anything, I got there and made the situation worse because we were doing quite well. We were in control of the game when I arrived. I mean, I don't want to talk about it. We still won. That's the important thing. But at home against Chorley, let's go thump them. And then the main event of the episode, of course, is the clashing of worlds, reuniting with Peterborough Sports. Although I guess Peterborough Sports have definitely gone villain because they've changed the club badge, changed the club colours. I think they changed the colours to match their new sponsor, which is... It's not ideal. I mean, I can understand differentiating from Peterborough United and not wanting to play in blue. And in fact, Posh have now been added as rivals. I don't think Posh were on there as rivals last year. By the way, what a horrible kit that is. That one, though, beautiful. But even so, don't really like it. Also don't like the fact apparently Michael Gash isn't the manager. In real life, Luke Steele and Michael Gash are joint managers, but there's no Gash. This is a Gash-free zone. Where's Gash? He's there as player assistant manager. I'm pretty sure he's joint manager in real life. Can Football Manager represent joint managers? I don't know that it can. But this is the team for the game against Chorley. We've got Singh in goal, a back four of Cullinane Liebert, who, by the way, playing as that inverted left back. I say I'm struggling to find a left back. This guy's been immense. He's a huge aerial threat from set pieces. He's 6'3". He is a nightmare to deal with. He's got a beautiful winning smile, and he's got 4 goal contributions from his first 7 matches and averaging a 7.24. So for as long as he carries on playing like that, we don't need a new left back. The new left back, Idahen, based on all of that, is playing centre back alongside Willits and Dornelli at right back. We've then got Kennedy and Milnes in midfield, Akwe, Shakuna and Finn behind Creaney up front. You know that front four is going to be. That is never changing for as long as they stay fit. They're all awesome. Let's get into the game and let's hopefully continue playing as well as we've been playing so far, because certainly going forward, we are a joy. And if bringing in this new defender can help us become a little bit more solid at the back, then that's got to be a good thing. Of course, the worry would be in non-league, in the 6th tier, as a no-nonsense centre-back, I've brought in a 5'10" defender to try and solve our defensive woes. And like I say, I expect to swap those two over at some point. I just don't want to mess with what's working so well at left back at the moment. As soon as he stops working there, which I'm sure will happen, we'll just swap those two over. Big, strong boy goes in at centre back, and then we go for the shorter, quicker guy and probably play with a more traditional left back rather than doing this weird little lopsided inverted fullback on one side, but with a normal wing back on the other, because he doesn't invert very often because he only comes across when Dornelli goes forward. So he's kind of playing as a fullback most of the time. Oh my word, what is Singh doing here? I mean, he looked like, is it time to switch him to sweeper keeper? Finn plays it forward to Shakuna, who as usual is everywhere. It's to Creaney in the middle. Creaney, I mean, I'd have put my house on him scoring there. I obviously don't have a house. I live in the Holiday Inn. But if I had a house, I mean, at this point, I'm willing to bet houses left, right and centre because all I can do is win one. I have no house to lose. What are they going to do? Take my room in the Holiday Inn off me, which, by the way, you can only book for 28 days at a time. Then they make you change rooms so you don't get squatters' rights. So I've had to shift all my stuff over into a different room. Do you have an idea how much cold weather gear I've got in there? It's a nightmare to move. But we're still 0-0 in this match, and okay. I thought something might have happened there. I was leading into a bit of commentary, and nothing happened. Corner from Finn. We're good from set pieces again. Willits heads it across goal. I think he was trying to score. Heads it across goal. Creaney was there at the far post, but couldn't get the angles right, and it remains 0-0. We've started brightly. Chorley haven't even had a shot yet. I suspect that's about to change here because they've got a free kick in a dangerous area, and our goalkeeper seems to be wearing a very similar coloured kit to the rest of our players, which probably isn't allowed. There you go. There's their first shot. It goes well over, and it looks like we're going in at half-time at 0-0, which is, I mean, it's unheard of for us. You've just seen the fixtures that we've played so far, how ridiculous, how many goals per game in total, both for and against, happen in all of our matches. Is bringing in a proper defender just ruined everything? Can we not score now? Aquay now charging past his fullback. He's made his fullback look a right mug there. But rather than playing it across to Creaney, which is the correct thing to do, it's what he's told to do. He's had a shot, tried to take the glory from himself, and unfortunately, the shot goes over. We've been pretty wasteful today. Our XG is 1.23. And we don't really have, I don't remember a real clear-cut chance to show for it. It's just been lots of little chances that we're not really capitalising, but they're the kind of chances we have been scoring previously. Finn plays it into Creaney. He doesn't really want the ball to his feet in that kind of position, but he's made good. I mean, he's done brilliantly with it. And he slides it across goal. Shakuna is there. I've never really used shadow strikers before, but if this is what shadow strikers are always like, I really like shadow strikers. I mean, it might just be that Shakuna is really, really good, because that was brilliant. Creaney just sliding it across, and Shakuna is there basically playing as a centre forward. He's gone up there. He's occupied the space that Creaney's vacated by drifting out to the right. Beautiful stuff. 1-0 up, and these two are forming the kind of partnership dreams are made of. I saw you in the comments section, boys and girls, telling me that you were expecting me to go and buy a load of strikers, because that's what I do. I genuinely, this front four, they're brilliant. I'd keep them here next year. I suspect we won't be able to, because they're all going to ask for pay rises, I imagine, but they've all been great. Right, we are going to make a couple of changes here. It is a midweek game. We need to try and keep people fresh. I'm going to bring Aquay on. I've done this a few times. Finn is actually a natural left footer. We play him as a winger on the right because I want him doing winger things, not necessarily inverting. But he is at his best over on the left-hand side. And then we can bring Deacon on to play as a wide target man. So we have a target man and a wide target man. And we basically have the crosses coming in from Finn and these two both trying to get on the end of it. And Deacon is very much enjoying it in the couple of substitute appearances he's made in this role. We sometimes bring him on and stick him up front, but more often than not, we do this. And then once again, we're going to take off Kennedy, who really doesn't seem to be offering what I thought he was going to offer. I mean, he's protected the back four nicely, but I don't know. There's nothing. He's not doing anything special, is he? He's just one of those tidy little defensive midfielders, which I guess all clubs need, but we already had several of. I worry he might have been a little bit of a waste. That's a very overhit pass by Idehen, but Dornelli ends up with the ball and gets the cross in. It takes the deflection for the corner, and now we've got another chance to try and extend our league. We're second in the league as things stand. It would be the dream scenario if we could go to Peterborough Sports, beat them to go top of the league. Right, we are going to try Idehen at left back, which is, like I say, what I've kind of brought him in to do. Still probably in that inverted fullback position because he is a centre back playing out at left back until he gets a little bit more used to it. I don't mind him forming a... This is him. I don't mind him forming a three and having Dornelli still push forward, but as a natural left footer with decent pace, I do see a future where he's up and down that left-hand side a little bit more, giving us width on both sides. But before I'm confident going with that, we need to really be confident in those two defensive midfielders, and I'm not necessarily yet. But we're up to second in the league. That's got to be a good thing. Now let's beat Peterborough Sports and go top. That's the dream. It's worth pointing out as well, folks, that we're into September now. I still haven't ever had an applicant for director of football or head performance analyst. They just don't seem to be jobs anyone is interested in applying for at this level. We've filled out all our other staff positions, but I think we probably have to admit defeat, and these positions are probably a little bit too fancy for a club like us. After I've just said I can't find any free loans as well, we've found a free loan. Adli Mohammed has come in on loan from Southampton for the season for no pennies, and theoretically is a decent upgrade on Jazz Singh in goal. I'm not saying that Singh is necessarily the reason we've conceded as many goals as we have, but for a team that's close to top of the league, we've conceded 13 goals and only kept one clean sheet, and he's averaged a 6.69. It's not ideal. The sad part about it is he's 2 games away from being our all-time record appearance holder, and he might now not break the record, although Mohammed is suspended for this first match. I don't know what he did to get suspended. There's no mention of what he's suspended for. He's never played a game. I don't know why he's suspended, but he should be back for the next match and we'll probably play him. And then to counter that, the fact we've now got 4 goalkeepers in the squad, I've been ruthless and we're releasing Archie Brown on a free transfer. He came in on a non-contract basis to basically sit on the bench. He was only costing us about £7 per appearance anyway, and he never actually made an appearance. But he's being released, and then we can have Mohamed Orsing as our starter. The other one sat on the bench, and Renain Van Kooten, the 15-year-old, we'll just let him develop the way 15-year-olds do. I mean, if we had an under-18s team, he could play in that. It might be nice to send him out on loan. I don't think you can loan out players on youth contracts, certainly not 15-year-olds, though. So I think he just kind of sits there and we wait and see if he magically develops on his own, which he probably won't. We'll see. But all of that means Van Kooten is up onto the bench today because Brown got to the ground today and was immediately handed his papers and told to go home. And Mohamed, like I say, is suspended. So we have got a greyed out goalkeeper that's appeared as well. So there's currently 5 goalkeepers in this 23-man squad, which seems excessive. The team is unchanged, though, from the one that you've just seen in that last match. It kind of has to be. We don't really have any alternative options. The Peterborough sports team also looks very similar to the players that we had last year. They don't seem to have done a lot in the way of transfers in the 12 months since last year's non-league legend. A lot of familiar faces within that Peterborough sports team, including the missing Michael Gash up front. So that's perhaps why he's only there as assistant manager. How has Shakuna not scored there? The ball comes to him and he basically is in front of an open goal. And I think he's passed it rather than taking a shot. It's absolute madness. Don't they realise this is the LOLLUJO derby? And I would very much like to get one over Peterborough Sports. Not that, I mean, they never did anything wrong. We had a lovely time with them, but you know, they're now old news. They're officially the enemy. Tamworth is where it's at, boys and girls. And I would have quite liked a little bit more clinical finishing from Shakuna. I feel like you've not seen this front four at their best yet in this episode after a great run. There is an example of why we're upgrading Singh, because I'm not quite sure he knows what his plan is there. We'll look at it on the replay. He's kind of come most of the way and then sort of stopped. It's the worst of both worlds. Now, obviously, we are non-league. Goalkeepers are going to be a little bit iffy, but that is not the kind of goalkeeping that you do if you want to stay in the team after a shiny championship youngster has just come on loan for the season. Silly boy. Right, 1-0 down at half-time. This is not ideal, and this has been pretty poor from us all around in this episode. I mean, we are still up in the top 4, but Peterborough Sports leapfrog over us as things stand, so we need to get back into this. I want to show you what this front four can do. Milnes plays it back to Idehen, and now Cullinane Liebird, our inverting left back. It's like watching Zinchenko, sort of. Milnes back to Cullinane Liebird, and now Idehen, and Milnes again plays it in, looking. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, was it offside? Handball? Penalty? Maybe? Is this a penalty? Is it? Right. He's just been sent off and we've won a penalty. So much for no double jeopardy. I'll take it, though. And Milne steps up with the chance to equalise, and he does. And we've now got 40 minutes against 10 men Peterborough Sports. I think that was a red card for deliberate handball. Was it a second yellow? Because I didn't think you were supposed to get a straight red and a penalty. Certainly not for handball. What's gone on here? It's just a straight red. Weird. Maybe it wasn't handball. Maybe I think you can still get sent off and give away a penalty for like serious foul play. It didn't look like that though, did it? I'm sure the comment section will enlighten me as to what's actually happened there. It's hard to keep up when I'm trying to talk about the match as well. Quay on the left-hand side looking for Creaney! And that's the kind of goal that we're used to scoring. He is deadly from that kind of position. The big cross into the 6-yard box. And if the keeper doesn't come, Creaney is absolutely getting on the end of it. This is what I'm talking about. What a header. There's 2 Peterborough Sports players on him and they don't stand a chance. And he's headed it beautifully back across goal, looping over Crook in goal for Peterborough Sports. And it's 2-1 to Tamworth. Could this put us top of the league? Can we have an updated league table, please? I don't know how Buxton are getting on. I would love to be top of the league right now, please and thank you. It puts us up to 2nd. So Buxton must be winning. They're ruining everything. I'm drinking Evian from now on. Goodness me. Right. Riley is going to come on there. We're going to bring on Chorley there. And we're just going to leave everything as is and hope that we don't throw it all away against 10 men. I mean, we have been fully in control. Peterborough Sports have had 1 shot on target. They did score from it, but they've not been incredibly ambitious, have they? We're going to bring Deacon on up front. This is the other change we make sometimes, just to make sure that we don't break Shakuna. Just go to the 2 up top. We could, in this situation, drop to a normal 4-4-2, but it doesn't really suit the 2 wide players. So I think with the 4-2-4 with the 2 DMs, I don't think it's a crazy attacking substitution to make. And really, in terms of team shape, having Creaney alongside Deacon isn't massively different to having Shakuna behind him playing as a shadow striker. They're basically doing the same things. That's a good flick on from Deacon. Finn is in. And I think that was going wide anyway. Crook makes the save as well. It remains 2-1. 10 minutes to go. I want to see Buxton lose. I can't see the fixtures. Milnes with the free kick floats over, looking for Creaney again, who looked like he was crowded out by about 8 Sports players. Plays it back to Finn, who's now on his favoured left foot. Instead cuts inside and puts it onto his right. I don't know what he's thinking there, but Callum Riley has just scored a screamer. It's 3-1. We're having a lovely old time. And this is a good football team. I can see why Tamworth are top of the National League North in real life. This is an excellent little collection of players that we've got here. Still very much afraid of what happens if we pick up any injuries. The squad is paper thin. If we start to get injuries or suspensions, or even players getting their head turned by bigger clubs, because they're all out of contract at the end of the season, so they can pretty much all leave. But that was a little bit against the run of play. That's come from nowhere. But the actual first 11 that we've got here is really, really good. I just need to try and manage their game time over the course of the season, which is easier said than done when you don't really have any reserves, to make sure that we don't break them, because injuries can be a bit of a problem in this kind of situation. But 3-2, please hold on now, lads. I'm doing my victory speech. I'm going to look like a silly goose if we can see the late equaliser against 10 men. Once again, by the way, all the goals all over the place, 3-2. We just love a high-scoring football match. I'm hoping our goalkeeper upgrade might stop. So there you go, the poor old Archie Brown. Why did you make me come to the ground today? You needed him to give his pass back. How we go? Red card controversy. Does it say what he was sent off for? Controversially sent off. Doesn't say. Oh, we can view highlights. Oh, is that just? Oh, hold on. View incident. Here we go. This is good. Is this new? I don't know that I've seen this before. Is this an FM24 new feature I didn't know about? I mean, it hasn't showed us the incident at all. It showed us the red card itself. I want to see what he actually did. Can I hold the rewind button? I mean, that is the most useless feature I've ever seen. It literally only rewinds as far as the referee caught. Brilliant. Absolutely stunning. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.